So hi family, welcome back to life. Today we have a very sensitive topic. We're going to talk about employment or self-employment or investments. So we're just going to talk about money. You have to understand, I am not a guru when it comes to these things, but from a few of my experiences, I think we can learn one or two things, right? I don't know how much I should emphasize this, but let me continue emphasizing it. It is okay to be employed. It is okay to go work for somebody, but whatever you do in this life, save and become self-employed. Let me tell you, self-employment is actually not what people think it is. Self-employment is more hectic than employment. It's more hectic. How is it more hectic? If you are employed, you can wake up at maybe 8, 7 when you're supposed to be at work by 9, and you can even go late. You can create excuses. But when you're self-employed, you cannot do that. Let me tell you, when something is yours, you are fully invested. You put in your all, and because of that, you might be drained. You might find yourself overworked. But at the end of the day, you have the freedom to, if you're having a bad day, you can, I don't know, take a break. You have a peace of mind, a certain peace of mind. I don't know how to explain it, you know. Obviously, you're only accountable to yourself. When you are employed, you don't have those freedoms. You don't have them. Yes, in a way they look like freedoms, but they're not really freedoms. But they save you a lot of bullshit. It's equal to that thing that they say that anyone needs to have their own money in life. Some people say women, but I feel like even men go through some shit. Like, it's not just women that are actually suffering. Even men are suffering. Some men, they are seriously suffering. So, every gender needs to have some money. When you have some money on you, some money that's for you, you are able to avoid a lot of disrespect, unnecessary sex, unnecessary friendships, unnecessary calls, unnecessary socializations, unnecessary interactions. You basically have a certain level of independence that is unmatched. That is unmatched. When you've unlocked the freedom to provide for yourself, to take care of yourself, I don't think there is anything in the world that can match that. That level of freedom is very dangerous, and I think it scares certain people, mostly men actually. When you find a woman that has unlocked that level of independence, you have a whole new woman. And according to social standards, that type of woman is not the favorite, oftentimes, you know. So that kind of freedom employment gives you as well. It's not just, I know, it's a level of financial independence. Let me tell you, there are things we go through in life. There are things we go through in life that otherwise we wouldn't have gone through if we had some money, or if we were self-employed, you know. For instance, there are some people I deal with on my job, and the way they deal with you, you feel so much disrespect sometimes from certain people, but because, well, the person is a bit up above you in the hierarchy, you kind of just take it. Nothing frustrates me like that word, taking it, you know. It frustrates me so much. So I think for all of us, we should find a bit of self-employment somewhere. We kind of have to. You know, there's so many problems. There's so many problems in being dependent on anything, dependent on a job, dependent on people, relationships. There's so many issues that come with that. You don't know, you don't know when the person will change up or switch up. It is uncertainty. And I've come to realize that I'm not the only person who goes through these things. Because I know people who finish work, go home and cry. And seriously sob and cry. Because they had such a hard day and they have to still go back and do the same thing again tomorrow. So, we go through so much in life. What are we supposed to do? Nothing. We can only do the best we can. But I feel like self-employment is one of those things that can actually help you iron out certain things in life. Yeah. Once you're self-employed, you get to hit a couple birds with one stone. Self-employment is the start. And for some of us who are in Africa, we're in a continent that is still allowing us to, to grow individually. We're not in a system of any sort. We don't have to pay any unnecessary taxes, especially, the way you guys pay your taxes, Here you can still buy land, build and own your own house, no mortgages, nothing. I feel like if we take long to take advantage of things like this, as time goes on, we may the world is turning into the Western world. We think, we're being sold the idea that it's progress, but I feel like it's not progress. It's not. Because progress does not dictate you being stuck with taxes that heavy, mortgages that heavy. Things like these are why you hear stories like that story of Risa Tessa, the chick who is documenting a story time on who the fuck did I marry. People are trying too hard. And because life has been very unfair to them, they've become something they otherwise would not have become. Because when you listen, I've so far listened up to 15 parts, I think. I'll continue. But when you continuously listen to the stories, this sounds like actually a man that loved that woman, but he was stuck. He was very stuck, and because he was trying to impress. Let me tell you, as we blame these men for, my truth is there is no way of defending him. He needs help. He told way too many lies, like that's crazy. I don't feel the need to lie about talking to anybody on the phone, stuff like that, the things he made up. But you might also have to realize that this woman might have put a lot of pressure on this guy, like from the jump, from the word jump, because she keeps saying certain things, but she's not taking responsibility at all of her part in this. Because there is no way a man is going to feel the need to lie to you about phone calls or what, if you're not bugging him and questioning him about stuff. Let me tell you, some of us have family members we've not spoken to in 10 years. 10. And we have our reasons, But you meet someone and suddenly they are trying to force you to make amends, reunite, reconnect with these people. And in your head you're feeling like, nah, let me just tell them I'm speaking to this person so they just get off my back, So sometimes we have to limit. We have to limit certain things, man. I feel like if this lady was found at a time, because I don't think she's young, so I feel like if she was found at a time in her life when she had mastered up enough financial independence, because at one point she said she was living paycheck to paycheck. We all fall victim of these things, You meet someone, they're paying your bills, you're blinded. You feel like you're finally catching a break in life. So you take the easy way out. you know. And even if there are so many flags, we've all been victims. Me, I'll give you my story time. I'll give you my story time on what happened to me. Because man, some of us went through worse. Like she's telling that story, it's not a competition, but you know, a lot of men in the Western world have a lot of shit going on. Like, no offense, but most of these men are crazy. You know, not to say that men back home are not crazy, you know. Everyone is crazy somehow. So the truth is, strive to find a little bit of self-employment, and maybe then you'll catch a little bit of financial independence. You know, even when you're in a country where you can't set up shop, set up a business, try to do some online work. We're in the 22nd century, 21st, 22nd, whereby we have a lot of, there are people who don't even go to shops anymore. They don't go to supermarkets anymore. They just order everything online, you know. So you can always go and jump on these things, you know. Have an online shop somewhere, somehow. You will be able to actually succeed somewhere, somehow. You know, you can vlog, you can do very many things. All I'm saying is I don't criticize and I don't condone the behavior of the guy, but I'm just saying, set yourself up for some self-employment, you know. I'm also working on my own, so I'll be giving you reviews on how things go and see if, you know, if my way of life has changed or will have changed at the time, or things will have improved or gotten better or worse. I don't mind telling you that. So I'm just saying, you know, let's take care of ourselves and stop, I don't know, normalizing red flags. When you see a red flag, check it. If you don't get a correct answer that you're looking for, keep it moving, you know, because at the end of the day, the more red flags we stack up, we ignore, we're just setting ourselves up for pain, more heartache, you know, stuff like that. So thank you for watching To Life. I hope, well, we try to get self-employed and get some financial independence quite soon. See ya in the next video.